Hi everybody! Kamusta kayo? How is everybody? Today, I'm going to discuss to you yung mga basic tools and mga resources that you need if you want to start crafting. Now, if you're a beginner crafter, ito yung mga essential tools that you would need to start crafting. Because crafting, there are many categories of crafting eh. So, excuse me. So, usually, we start crafting sa mga paper. So, what do we need? Firstly, of course, kailangan natin ng cutting mat. Yung ganito. This cutting mat, this is 17 inches by 22 inches. Ito. So, this is a self-healing mat. Okay? Kailangan mo yan. And then secondly, of course, kailangan mo ng cutter. Merong pwedeng yung malaki. And then a smaller cutter. Okay? And then, another essential is that I like to use yung metal ruler. Metal ruler because pag nagka-cut ako dyan, hindi siya masasira if in case the blade sometimes goes over the ruler, diba? So, I find metal ruler is best for me. Pwede rin kayong kumuha ng yung plastic, but I prefer for myself yung metal ruler because it's sturdy. And of course, you need scissors. Okay, syempre scissors. You have the big one and then the small ones. And i-note ko lang, this particular scissor, pwede kayong makabili ng yun ang non-stick. Non-stick to eh. Titanium non-stick. So, merong scissor na ganyan. Maganda yan kapag when you want to use yung double adhesive tape. Maganda siya, hindi siya nagsistick dyan. Of course, another essential is that, syempre, stapler. So, yun ang basic na essentials mo. And then, later on, you can also, parang siguro, I would say na pag medyo, ka na sa beginners, medyo nag-progress on ka na a little bit. Ito, yung paper trimmer, it really has helped me a lot. Rather than ako nagsaslice doon sa mat ko, like this. So, ang ginagamit ko, paper trimmer these days. It's very, very helpful talaga itong paper trimmer. And in terms of the paper trimmer, maraming sizes yan. And then, maraming klase. This one, yan yung tinatawag na guillotine. Diba? Ipapasok mo dyan, tapos you chop it off. Guillotine. Meron din na tinatawag na yung ganitong klase, wherein nagsaslide lang yung rotary cutter. Isa-slide mo lang yung paper dito, tapos igaganan mo siya, slide it across, and then the paper gets cut. Meron din, this is from We Are Memory Keepers, the brand. It's a famous brand. So, ito din is a paper trimmer. Okay, na combination siya ng scoreboard. So yan, ito yung blade. You just slide across your paper there, or your cardboard, or whatever, or what have you. And then, nagta-chop off na siya. And then, meron siya mga measurements here. So, it's very, very easy. Hindi ka na magme-measure ng ruler, ng manual, because i-align mo lang yan dyan, and you're ready to chop it off as you go. Now, this one, ito, nakita natin yung mga lines na ito. This is what they normally call yung scoring line, okay? Meron talagang dedicated na scoring board for that. Although this trimmer, combined siya scoring line and paper trimmer. Ngayon, speaking of the scoring, ano ba yung scoring? Okay? Show you yung scoring. Ito yung scoring board. Okay, lagyan natin to. Ano yung ginagawa ng scoring board? It's very easy. When you want to fold mga papers, like you want to do cards or anything that you needed to fold na craft, this is very, very helpful. For example, ito yung naglalagay ng line. Diba? Ito yung naglalagay ng line. For example, may paper ka, and it's very helpful. Hindi naman siya luxury, but it really is very helpful. So, pag may paper akong ganito, for example, I want to measure let's say 1 inch. Oh, I want to measure 1 inch. Okay, so ilalagay ko siya dyan, and then I will run my bone folder across there. Ang tawag dito is bone folder. Okay, tapos this is what you need to use. Ganyan, oh. So instead of trying to manually measure them, di ba? So it's very, very easy. Get a bone folder. Yan. This is what it does. They make a scoring line. Okay? So, these are essential if you want to start crafting. Let's say, for example, paper crafting. Ito yung mga essential na mga tools na you can have in your stash. And then later on, you can progress to add some more tools that will make your crafting easier and faster, and it's such a joy to do those kinds of things pag marami kang tools din. However, meron mga ibang tools, of course, that you can substitute, that you can substitute. And I want to show you one more pala, a cutter. This one is a rotary fabric cutter ito. Rotary fabric cutter. So, this is what I use for cutting fabric. Para kang nagka-cut ng fabric na nilalagyan mo siya ng ruler. So, you just put your fabric there at the bottom, and then you can just run this along. Parang pizza, no? Parang slice ng pizza. And then, really, it's very, it is very sharp. Talagang, it will cut the fabric the way it cuts a paper. Ganon siya ka-sharp. And it is very helpful for cutting your fabric. And later on, pag nag-crafting tayo of another later on, we will use this and we will show how this operates. Okay, so ito yung mga essential natin tools. Okay, so I'm thinking that this tools I'm showing you is basically kung na paper crafting ka. Ngayon, yung mga resources that you need na kailangan meron ka nakastock sa mo is, of course, you will have yung mga Scotch tape mo, and then of course kailangan mo ng double-sided tape if you want to make cards. Yan, yan, very, very helpful talaga yan. Hindi naman to masyadong mahal because like I bought this sa discount shop dyan sa day-to-day, 250 lang siya, and then you can buy a lot. And then, of course, you'll have to have the glue. Diba? Glue, ayan, iba-ibang klaseng glue. This is ordinary glue that you can use, okay? And then, iba-ibang klase yan. Maraming mga crafters sa YouTube. They have different kinds of glues that they use. And this one in particular, favorite nila to eh. And this is really good because talagang makapit siya and it dries up very, very easy. So, if you're on a budget, you can use this, yung ordinary na glue. And then, if you want to use something na talagang ginagamit na sa crafting, which is this one, premium all-purpose adhesive, you can try to use this kasi maganda talaga to kasi nagamit ko na siya. Okay? And then some other glues, meron din yung mga Mod Podge. Later on, pag nagde-decoupage na yung mga crafting mo, ito, o yung Mod Podge na pwede. Meron siyang matte, meron siyang gloss. Actually, may dyan eh. Mod Podge is actually just glue lang yan. Yung glue, 1/2 glue, 1/2 water. So parang nilighten mo lang yung thickness ng glue, and then it will serve as parang apart from sealant, 'di ba, adhesive, tapos sealant at the same time. Pero mas more manageable siya than the thick glue. Yan. At oftentimes I also have din yung maliit kong super glue like this. I have a lot of this as well sa aking stash. And other specialized glue, I have fabric and leather bond. If you begin to work with leather craft later on, yan, pwede mo yung bilhin. Pwede mo siyang magamit. Like this is fabric fusion. In one of my videos, I've discussed it. I've shown this one. And this one is a PVA pH neutral glue, ideal for book binding and paper projects. So like this. And one of my favorite glue that I use na sobra talaga siyang sulit is and I suggest talaga you buy this E6000 glue. Okay, this is really good for bonding like glass or ceramic or anything yung matitigas. This is what you need to use. And you can also buy yan yung maliit na size. You can also buy this one. Okay? The thing lang with this is that it's, when you apply it, medyo may odor siya, which is a bit kind of, medyo masakit sa ulo ng konti, masakit sa ilong. So, pero mabilis siya mag-dry, and pag nag-dry siya, really, it bonds so mightily. And then you can also have the, yung like this, yung maliit na glue stick. Sometimes you need to have yung maliit lang na manageable na hawakan to glue. Alright. Oh, I forgot to show you yung yung maliit na scoring tape here. Double adhesive din ito, but sometimes kasi pag gumagawa ka ng crafting, like yung maliliit na space, you need to put this. So, pwede ka makabili ng ganyan. Ayan, so there you have it. These are some of my essential tools for my mostly for my paper crafting. Of course, if you want to do some other kind of crafting, meron ding mga ibang tools for that, and mga ibang resources that you need to have in your cabinet or in your art room, a craft room rather. So there you have it, and then we'll be using this pag nag-crafting na rin tayo. So, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope na whoever wants to get into crafting, to begin the crafting, it's really maganda talaga siya. It's a therapy. It brings such a creativity, and then know that you can have all these materials. So, mga basic lang ito actually. Later on, we can show something more na for mga advanced crafter. There are other tools for that. So, okay. So, I'll see you in the next video. And if you have any additional that you think na dapat should be part of the essential tools or resources, feel free to comment below and let us know kung ano pa yung mga, if you have your own tools, ano yung meron kayo sa stash nyo, sa resources nyo, sa mga tools nyo, ano yung meron din kayo as a beginner's crafter, and ano yung pinaka-helpful sa inyo when you started crafting, when you were a beginner crafter. So there you have it. Thank you everybody for watching, and click and like and subscribe. Thank you so much. This is May from House of Dems.